Hello, hello. How are you? How is everyone doing?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hi, Claudia. All right. Okay, we are having some small technical issues with Zoom. I am trying to help Tatiana to solve it. So she will be with us in just a minute. Okay, I see she's here. Tatiana, can you hear me? In the meantime, I'm going to share my screen. Hello.
Hello, sorry for the inconvenience. I'm here. Some
No, it's
technical
okay.
problems
It's
arrived.
okay. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry.
Thanks
We
for
got you.
everyone. Thanks everyone for being here, sharing with me this time. And in a day that is especially, I mean, particular because it is the previous day of Labor Day. So at that time, or maybe doing things in a rush, doing groceries at last minute. So, well, thank you very much for support this part of the Learning Festival. This is the last part. And if it is okay for you, I will start with the presentation. I named branding the business of being you. In a way, is we didn't thought about it, we didn't plan, but with Mercedes, we make like a module today about branding, identity, and it wasn't, I mean, something special previously prepared for us. It's just a coincidence, you know,
It happened.
and it happens, and it's good because it's the what Mercedes said this morning and explained very well, of course. It's the beginning of start thinking about branding and of the process that maybe you should think when you are talking about these topics, you know. Well, let's start. Well, the agenda of the talk is an intro. I will present the topic. I will explain why my personal branding matters. The three pillars of personal branding is a way to hack the issue, the topic. Measuring your impact is important. After all of us, we should know, and we want to know how to measure if what we are doing it's okay or not. And we will have final comments, and it's not necessary any question. I don't think so, but well, okay, if you have, of course, you can do it. Okay, let's see. Let's start. Well, the way they see you is the way they treat you. Uh, we are watching the picture of a contemporary philosopher from our area, from the Rio de la Plata. And it's simple, this phrase, but it's complex at the same time. You know, we need more than being clever in life. It's about how we can promote ourselves to be chosen and over, of course. And in the next slide, I wrote a claim that it says, people don't buy what you do, they buy who you are. This is not something I
Tatiana, I think we lost you. Can you hear me? Hello?
Story of the TED Talks. You
Hi.
can search on the
Sorry,
net. Yes.
Tatiana, we lost you for a minute. Can you
Okay.
go back a little bit to the beginning of this quote?
Okay. Okay. Yes. The thing is that I'm okay there. Yeah. Okay. Well, this is a kind of introduction I wrote for you, and I took a special quote from Simon Sinek, that is a very well-known author, TED Talk man, that says people don't buy what you do; they buy what who you are. Sorry. And this is very important to start thinking about personal branding, about what is more about what you do, what is more behind you. I mean, apart from what you are doing. So in the next slide, um, I would like to say, to start thinking about personal branding without saying what is personal branding, asking that question, is that people don't just buy brands, they buy trust. And when you are the brand, you are the brand. Trust is your greatest offering. Well, and this is the main reason why personal branding is the business of being you. Well, welcome to my special talk. In this part of the presentation, I was expected to prepare some visual special effect, but I couldn't do it because I don't know how to use the platform. So welcome to my special talk. Well, about personal branding, as a definition, human wants, usually all of us, we need a definition of things. Well, it's about how you manage the perception of your value in the minds of others. This is not something that I didn't do this definition. Of course, it's important to highlight that I am not a personal brand specialist. I am just trying to learn every day. And since I began at this path, I noticed some change in my opinion, and this kind of experience in this process, I learned that in our digital era, everything is known or discovered, or almost everything. So I think that successful storytellers will win the day-to-day match in this story. They are like a personal branding workers, storytelling, telling your story in a very well, I mean, well done. This is something important, and defining personal branding, is important to say what we are talking about. And this is the reason why I choose for this definition. It's not about promotion or about ego, personal branding, neither is about your image on the net. But there are some myths to break, because we said that personal branding is about that others manage the perception of you, of your value, what is in their other minds about you. And sometimes we think in a negative way, and we said, well, I don't think that I need a brand. I have a business. okay, your personal brand is what make your business human. I mean, people connect with people, not with logos. So this is the first myth to break. Another phrase that several times we can hear about it is, I'm not interested enough. Okay, you feel that you are not interesting for others. I mean, your autoesteem is not so good, maybe, but it's not a matter of autoesteem. It was a joke. Well, the thing is that authenticity, being authentic, is more powerful than perfection. I mean, you don't need to be perfect. Anyone is perfect in this world. What is important is your story, your journey, your values that make you relatable, and that's why the people what draws people in, you know. And the last one I choose, a common myth, is the personal branding is superficial. Okay, we said before that it's not about image, it's about alignment, you know. It's the deep work of showing up who you really are with clarity and purpose. Okay, are you with me? Are you understanding what I am saying? You have to remember that I am a student in this way. Well, we have the next slide here, and why does my personal branding matter? Why is important? Well, builds trust and connection, drives opportunity with clients, with partners, with press, helps you lead conversations in your niche, helps you define yourself. I mean, are some tips to take into consideration as the importance of personal branding in our lives. And because of that, I have some hacks of personal branding. I designed the 3 pillars of personal branding for you. And they are identity, visibility, and impact. Identity is about maybe what do you want to be known for? I mean, who you are, what are your values, who is your target audience, what is your story, well, why you should be remembered for. These answers that you can make yourself will shape the essence of your personal brand. Well, the visibility is about visual and verbal identity. How will you build trust? I mean, the importance of messages, the tone of the messages. Consistency is in this part of this personal branding plan is important, because consistency is critical to create a brand that resonates. Okay, this is not just to do once or twice. This is something that you should be constant in time. And the third one is about the impact, what you remember for and how people talk about you. It's about what kind of channels and platforms will you use to show who you are. And I am not speaking about just social media, you know, because I think, of course, that is the first media that you thought. You could have public presence, speaking at events, in debates, conference, hosting panels, acting as an expert commentator in the press, offering workshops, writing a book or an ebook, writing articles or columns in newspapers or magazines. And one of the most important for me and interesting is networking, maybe attending events, a business club, chambers of commerce, or co-working spaces. Hosting a talk, yes, of course, it's important to take into consideration as another option to explore your personal branding. The main goal, of course, is to build a strong presence wherever your audience is paying attention. This is a tip for you. Well, about measure, how will you measure your branding impact? Well, it's essential to know what's working and where to focus your energy. You have two kinds of metrics, quantitative and qualitative metrics. I will explain quickly the main difference between them. Quantitative is about numbers and data, hard facts, measurable results, grow over time, says how much. And qualitative metrics show us how deep. They show the quality of interactions, engagement, reputation, emotional connections, brand alignment, your brand positioning. In this case, we have two ways to measure impact, but I personally suggest putting a special emphasis on qualitative indicators, because the true value of personal branding goes beyond numbers. It's something more experienced. I mean, you can feel, you can have a self-perception about if it is working or not, and this is something deep in yourself. And some examples of qualitative metrics are engagement and resonance, opportunities generated. Are new doors opening because of your visibility? I mean, is your brand driving real outcomes for your business? You can ask yourself. Self-perception, I said before, are you attracting the right audience and clients? Does your brand feel aligned with who you really are? This is something that you feel it, no? More than clicks and likes in social media. And in the next slide, we can see some final comments about what I was saying about the importance of the brand. Your own brand is what people say about you when you are not in the room. This is something said by Jeff Bezos, that is the founder of Amazon. And this special phrase say you that is not about what you said or show, but how others perceive you. No, it's the lasting impression you leave based on your values, your actions. If you are aware of not of it, you are always building this narrative throughout how you interact with the world. I mean, this is the essence of personal branding. Every word you speak, action you take, decisions you take, all of these things contribute to that personal story. And in the next slide, I make like a resume of this talk, taking into maybe trying to cite again the title or the name of the talk, The Business of Being You. isn't just about promoting yourself. It's about aligning your true identity with how you show up in the world. I mean, this is something that you need to be constant, you need to be authentic, but you, first of all, you need to be you. And the final question is, if maybe you ask yourself, what are people saying about you when you are not around? This is the final question. And the last slide is just thank you for your attention. And if you have any questions, of course, I will be glad to answer for you.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Okay, thank you very much.
That was excellent. I'm so proud of you.
I haven't been speaking English in a presentation since I was in the high school, in the last year of high school. So it has been 21 years.
A long
A
time.
long time. Well, I am a bit nervous, but I am ready to ask a question if you have one.
You did wonderful. You did wonderful. Before we get to some questions, I just want to I realize now that I didn't give a proper introduction. So I'm going to give it now because later now is better than never. So Tatiana, while she is my student, my only student, um, she is also a journalist, a professional communicator, a business specialist, a writer, a TV host. She hosts the show Empresarios de Acá, which is hosted on Nuevo Siglo. And she has been working in communications and marketing for how many years, Tatiana?
Well, since I'm in 2010.
Okay, so 15 years. 15 years of experience is what we just packed into these 30 minutes. So I am so proud of you and so grateful.
Okay,
and now
thanks for you.
Of course I will let the audience raise your hand if you have any questions for Tatiana. You can ask her about anything. You could even ask her about this experience if you want.
It was a joke at the beginning that I didn't want the questions. It was like a way to break the ice.
I see, Claudia, you raise your hand. Yes, go ahead.
I like the idea of being able to control the story because, like you were saying, everyone's perception, like we have to manage that with our own story. But how do we not drive ourselves crazy? Because we can't control others' perceptions either. So, what tips do you use so that?
Well, first of all, while I am speaking, I was thinking about this question. So it's something that came to my mind while I was talking, because it's not about controlling what others thinks about you in a personal way. It's about what they feel or they are thinking about you in a professional way. If you are good at something because you are polite, because you are attentive, because you are a person that organize your work, because I am trying to explain about personal branding in a way that maybe you are thinking about promoting yourself as a professional or as an entrepreneur, but not thinking about personal issues. It's about how people are thinking about you in a professional way. Why I should call you for a service, maybe, or for buying your product and not others. That's the reason why people buy people, not logos, in a way. Just in
So
case
it's
that
about what you bring to the table and how you present yourself to the world. So and the energy that you bring to it, and that's all you can do, really.
yes, yes. I mean, you need a purpose, of course. If you are not interested in doing things such as maybe a professional experience in X area, or maybe starting a new business, maybe it's not for you. I mean, you are trying to develop yourself uh, as a as a professional in that field, even though you have a business maybe, or even though you have another job, but you are a professional as a way to show people what you are, the voice, I mean the qualified voice to call and to pay attention, you know. It's the first thing you have to take into account is your goal, your professional goal. And after that, planning how I would like to be remembered, why I like to be remembered, because I need to maybe to be in the top of the professionals in my area. I want to connect more leads. I connect new business people because I want to explore new markets for my products. You need to be sure about your first goal. I mean, after planning, how would you like to be remembered?
Excellent. Thank you so much, Claudia, for your question.
Thank you,
Does
Claudia.
anyone else have
Claudia.
another question? Any other questions?
I'm okay. I have a glass of water here. So
Yes, Darwin, go ahead.
Yeah, great presentation, Tatiana. Really, congratulations.
thank you, Darwin. Nice to
It was
meet you.
great seeing you because I saw that you brought like your professional experience into the use of English. Like it was a very nice fusion there. I saw your expertise coming to so that was great. And my question is related to the process of deciding on the topic of your presentation, and how did you prepare? Was it challenging? Did you find it easy? Give us the details, please, Tatiana.
Yes, of course. I'm glad to share with you. Well, the first thing I was I wanted to explain in this speech is I mean I thought, well, it should be something in connection with my area, what I am doing. So business should be there in some way. And I knew that maybe explaining others my own experience, starting to create my personal brand, maybe should be useful to explain some tips, and maybe asking questions, and maybe making myself investigate more in detail to prepare the talk. This is the most special part, because I was spending hours like a real student, preparing the presentation, trying to write the the speech first, the explaining the most important part of the topic without sounding maybe uh, I mean so theoretical in a way, or maybe boring for you. And well, the first thing to take into consideration is the business world in my presentation. And then I add some ideas I shared with Priscilla, and she knows me very well, and she said, okay, this is the topic for you, and we make like some questions in the internal team, that if the topic were okay for them, and that's and then everything happened. I started to investigate from some ways to explain easy the topic, and easy for me to explain in vocabulary and in the way that I was thinking the presentation, the visual presentation, you know, because it's my first time. I didn't know if it is something interesting for you or not. I have to say that the second common myth, as said before, I am not interesting. I don't have anything to say. It was something that happened to me preparing this talk. So I think that is common. But yes, I like the experience. I love the experience of preparing this part of the session, learning session, even though I am frightened, because of course all of us that we are learning in another language, we are maybe trying not to make mistakes.
Yes, of course. It's normal. Totally normal. Ed, I saw you have your hand raised. Yes, go ahead.
Yes. All right. So first of all, congrats, Tatiana. It's so nice to see your presentation and all the value in the information that you are sharing with us. And I feel really, really proud of what Pri and you prepared together, because as a student, okay, being here with teachers, with other students, and it's really amazing, right? And I know that it is a long journey for people just learning a second language, as you said. So my question is related to that journey. All right. So, how do you feel? Because you mentioned that it has been about more than 20 years since your last speak. And I see every week when Pri says, okay, I have my lesson with Tatiana. And how do you feel about that? How do you feel about the Tatiana that was 20 years ago presenting in front of her classmates in high school, and the use of English, and how you felt making this presentation for all of us? That again, I really appreciate your participation. How do you see that journey during these
Mm.
20 years? How do you feel with the use of the language? Because in these conversations that we had, in the talks, we talk a lot about it's never too late, about small steps, about and you also mentioned that, okay, being consistent with the practice and using the language. So how do you feel about that? How do you see yourself in that
Oh,
position today?
well, I feel so proud of myself. Sorry if it is sounds something, I don't like to sound sober in a way, but I feel very proud because I was so bad at high school speaking English. You know, my best friend that is now still being my best friend, she usually makes all the presentations for me, in English, because I was uh, nothing. I mean, I didn't speak a word, so I usually I mean, learn by
Listen.
heart things, you know, because I was impossible. It was impossible for me. I mean, speaking a word, it was another time for me. 20 years old, it's a lot of time. Now I am maybe uh, trying to remember that time, and nothing to do today. Of course, I feel confident. I feel, even though I know that I have I am not good at pronunciation. Maybe I am using words that are not in English, maybe, or connections, or maybe the time of the verbs. But I feel confident. I feel that I can communicate with others. I lost my I mean my frightened. I mean, I am not afraid of being in front uh people who are speaking English or another language. I usually ask if they can speak English, if I have the opportunity to do it, and I take every opportunity to speak English. I don't have many ones, but when I have one, I take advantage of it. And this is something that I could make with it could sound something like I mean, a way to advertising, but it's not, because I usually said that classes with learning change my way to consider the English world, you know. The traditional part, the traditional base that I had, of course, is important, but I was stuck. I mean, I didn't consider myself able to, that I was able to speak with others, to lose my, I mean, I was ashamed every time that someone asked me for English, or even though maybe I was taking classes, but no, it was impossible for me thinking about it. And now I feel, I mean, I know that I have many mistakes, but let me feel in that way just for a minute, that I am fluent. I know I speak
You
English. I understand. I listening
are.
to music,
you
but series.
are.
But well, this is the first step that you need to switch in life, and the rest is a brilliant path to have, you know. And consistency, being consistent in what you want to do in English and your goals. And speaking, it was my first goal when I started learning. So I am really happy to do that, to prepare this speech, to be in front of you, because I was frightened today at midnight. I was very nervous, because I didn't came to my mind any word in English. I mean, I felt like a teenager.
I know.
Yeah, the whole day I was thinking about it and preparing things, you know. And as a teenager, I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
it makes you
Like in high school. In high
like in
school.
high
Going back
school.
to high school.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
recommended the experience, because not only makes you feel confident in English, but also makes you feel a teenager. So
Ah,
what else?
great.
Look at
Okay, okay.
look at that
Wait,
look at that
I
message from
yeah,
Yes.
you
I wanted to
are.
address that message. Mer asked a couple of minutes ago. How do you feel now, Tatiana? Do you recommend this experience to other students?
I totally recommend this experience. It makes you feel that you are connecting your all your, I mean, knowledge that you have, new knowledge that you have to look for in the topic that you are preparing your speech, and um, it's a good way to maybe to put a dot and start with another I mean module, maybe to get some I don't know, comments from people who are attending your talk. Your teachers could say, well, you were good at, or you should better in that way. it's a good way to evaluate in what you are doing.
So you
Excellent.
passed the test. I just want you to know that you passed.
Yes.
Okay?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. I'm really
Beautiful,
happy.
Tatiana.
I'm really happy.
Beautiful.
You're
Thank you very
wonderful.
much.
Thank you. And there's a message here in the chat. I feel like a streaming now, you know?
Yes. It's like
Love
it's
it.
like we have all these people here and you have the chat. Boom, 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 boom,
Yes,
boom, boom,
I
boom.
am
Yeah.
reading the chat bots. In high school, we might have chosen to memorize. Yes. Now I am.
Yes.
Yes. I learned how to do it, or I feel. Tatiana, you have shown. Cecilia, it's beautiful, your message. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting all of us, because I feel very happy to do it. My mom is listening to this presentation
I knew it.
too.
I knew
Yeah,
it. I knew it.
because yes, I am 37 years old, but well, this is important for me. This speech.
Of course. Of course.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for doing this. Thank you so much for setting the example. You've set the bar really high, so I don't want anyone to be to be discouraged. Remember what Mer said, don't compare yourself. We talked about this morning. Thank you so much, Tatiana. I'm so proud of you. Everyone loved it. You're wonderful. Thank you all for joining us. And we will see you again for another round of festival in September. Get ready.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So let's take the picture of that moment. Do we have it, Lucy?
Yes, let's take a picture.
Yes.
Hold on.
So yes, good. I see your faces now. Amazing. So again, on the count of three, let's say festival, because Tatiana, you are closing in such a high note. Okay, this has been a success. So let's say
Yes.
festival at the count of three. Lucy, are you ready?
I was already taking pictures.
Okay, very good. So let's say just let's pause a little bit. Okay, let's pause. So 3, 2, 1, festival.
Festival.
Thank you very much for attending. It has been, you don't know how important this is for all of
This
us
is
at
incredible.
Learning.
This
Okay,
is crazy.
this is going beyond our expectations. The festival has
Totally.
been such a hit. I don't want to get emotional, but I am so happy with all the small and big things that we are doing at Learning this year. So this is just the beginning. This is our first festival. So we close again in such high note. I love this so much, and I am just preparing. We are all preparing everything for the next festival because it's going to be even bigger, better, and more impressive. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody, for attending, for watching the recording. And to all the speakers, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Pri, for co-hosting today with Tatiana. And to all the ones here, to the teachers, to the staff, to the students, this is made with love for you to show that English can be learned and enjoyed and lived in a very different way. So thank you very much, everybody. This is a wrap up. Let's celebrate. Okay, let's celebrate. Thank you very much. So, Pri, any final words if you wish? You are the host or the co-host. So go on.
Thank you again, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Tatiana. Endlessly thank you for everything you've done. And we will see each other next month for community sesh. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.